I'll turn off the light. Hi,
Hi,
this is Kim,
this is Andy.
and we're going to read from the Urantia book. But first we have
365 Days Walking the Red Road by Terry Jean. Today is March 19th, and our person today is Red Cloud, Wapialuta, Oglala Sioux Chief, 1822 to 1909. He said, I am poor and naked, but I am the chief of a nation. We do not want riches, but we do want to train our children right. Riches would do us no good. We could not take them with us in the other world. We do not want riches. We want peace and love.
wow.
And today is also the birthday of Cherokee author, journalist, and activist John Rowland Ridge.
March 19th, 1872.
Mm-hmm.
1827, sorry. 1827.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Red Cloud said, we don't want riches. We just want to live and love.
How different is that from our definition of success here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm naked and poor. You know, I'm a chief though,
Mm-hmm.
but still, that doesn't make any difference. I'm still naked and poor.
Well, I guess today we would say he needed to work on his career path.
No. Okay, we're going to look at the Tao Te Ching by Ralph Allendale. Translated by Ralph Allendale, originally by Lao Tzu, of course. Number 47 is Going Beyond. We have a lone bush out there by the water. Do you want to read that one?
We can understand the world as it is without leaving our home. We can understand the world as it might be without peering dreamily out our window. The further we go, the less we know. Wise people understand the 10,000 things without going to each one. They know them without having to look at each one, and they transform all without acting on each one.
Right, so to me that says act locally, pay attention to what's right here.
Right.
You don't need to want to fly away. You know, my sister and niece are going to Italy. I've never been hardly anywhere really, but you know, it doesn't matter that much because everything that's important to me is here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
And you can keep the big picture without going into the big picture.
I can pray for those things and I can know that I'm connected to all those things.
Mm-hmm.
But what's important to me is here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So act locally, think globally. I think basically that's what that was saying. We're gonna wait with that. We got to do our we got to do an I Ching reading. I apologize because yesterday was the full moon. Normally we should have done an I Ching reading yesterday. We're gonna do it today. Last time on our new moon, we got the message here on March 2nd that family duties will be important during this time. And if we follow through with our family duties, we will improve our social mechanism so that we will be able to expand our ability to influence people beyond our immediate circle. But the first thing, like the Tao Te Ching said here, is focus on our local family, what's going on right in front of us here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So then we have to look here today to the fulfillment of that. So this is the full moon here. Full moon reading. And really, this should have been done. We should have did it yesterday, but okay. But anyway, this is Andy's first I Ching reading, right?
Right.
Okay. So we look at here going forward, we look at the fulfillment of this. So we've improved our social mechanism. Now we look at what do we need to let go of in the following weeks here, because we're going now in the phase from the full moon to the new moon. So we're shedding any excess here. We're reaping the harvest of what we've wrought during the prior 2 weeks. Now is the harvest of that. Okay? So what do we need to do going forward? Okay. So we're just going to ask just the general question, what do we need to prune ourselves of here in these next couple weeks? What do we need to shed in order to function more efficiently, more what's important for us to retain? What are we letting go of from the lessons that we've had in these last weeks? Because I'm just gonna throw the coins here. Dink, 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 dink. There we go. We got number 24. So first thing we got was hexagram 24, which is return. I'm going to show you a picture very soon. Okay. So the upper hexagram or the upper trigram is Kun, which is Mother Earth, which is Earth, of course. And the bottom, I can't remember if that's wind or something or wood. But all these lines are yin on top. Only the one on the bottom is a yang line. Okay. So here I'm going to show you this. I'm going to look at the trigram symbols here. So this is Earth on top. Oh, thunder is on the bottom. Thunder is on the bottom. Okay. And the image itself is return. So that's our image today. Okay, so you see all of the yin lines are on top that are broken. Only the bottom line is the foundation of those, the thunder. Okay, so let's do, what do you think of that? Do you have an idea? Like, what the heck is that? Yeah, Chinese, and I have to say that I'm still a novice at this, at interpreting these here. But you get the idea of like an earthquake, something is shaking, there's thunder underneath the earth. Okay, so something is shaking us. We're going to go back here and do this reading. Okay. Oh, goodness. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Fu. This is called Fu, return. Thunder regenerates deep within Earth's womb. Well, you know what? I've had some thunder in my womb here. I've had it taken out a couple days ago. Sage rulers recognized that the end of Earth's seasonal cycle was also the starting point of a new year and a time for dormancy. They closed the passes at the solstice to enforce a rest of commerce and activity. The ruler himself did not travel. Okay, so this is a time of peace following a point of activity, of the thunder regenerating the womb here. So this is the end of Earth's cycle. So the end of the cycle of the womb, right? Okay, so I'm seeing that, and then we're letting that pass. We're resting here. It has been a period of rest for me following this. Okay, you have passed this way before, but you are not regressing. This is progress, for the cycle now repeats itself. And this time you are aware that it truly is a cycle. The return of old familiars is welcome. You can be sure of this cycle as you are that 7 days bring the start of a new week. So this is surely a cycle. Use this dormancy phase to plan which direction you will grow. Okay? You are about to experience a rebirth, about to be given another chance, a new lease on life. You have persevered, gone the distance through an entire cycle, through the spring of hope or new passion, through a summer of growth and building, only to be sacrificed like the archetypal harvest king at the autumn reaping. Yes, I have sacrificed. I've sacrificed my womb. You lie dormant like seed beneath winter snows now, healing and absorbing new energies in preparation for the new young spring coming shortly to your life. What that fits just perfectly with my recovery from this hysterectomy. So what I'm thinking here now, here I see this open, all this yin energy is open, and it's holding, the bottom line is holding, and then pouring in all kinds of new experiences into that cup. See, it's like a cup. Okay, now we're going to transform this hexagram because some of these lines are changing lines here. So we're going to look at the red lines will transform. The top two will transform to yang, and the bottom one will transform to yin. So we're going to read that hexagram now here. Okay, so that will be Andy's being very patient with me right now. Aren't you, dear? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to look at that. We're going to transform that into gathering. So this is number 45, gathering. So this one is an image of it's Kun on the bottom. That one I know. So Earth has moved from the top to the bottom. See, this is the bottom. This here, we're gonna look at this a minute here. This is your lake, Tui. Tui is the lake. Okay, so the hexagram that emerges from the return is gathering. So I'm going to look at that. Okay, so here we have lake on top and earth on the bottom. So the idea here is if here we do this well here, we accept this return and this healing, then we will be able to do gathering. We will gather together our resources, and we'll read that here. So that's lake on top. The water is supported by the earth. So lake is emblematic, as water. It's calm water. It's emotions. It's sometimes they call it delight. Um, it's very pleasant. So that's very positive here. We're going to look at that. Where's our transformed hex? This gathering. Okay, here we go. We're going to read through gathering. The lake rises by welcoming and receiving earth's waters. The king approaches his temple. It is wise to seek audience with him there. Success follows this course. Making an offering will seal your good fortune. A goal will be realized now. Okay, so this is all positive. This is like, a day at the lake, a fortunate occurrence. This isn't like a driving, passionate kind of energy. I see this as kind of a relaxing, kind of a receiving what has been earned, what's come to you through grace and through just patience and perseverance. Okay, so this is a time of just receiving love and receiving warmth and okay, this is an important convergence and you must be part of it. Look for the center of this convergence, like waters running to the sea, like an astronomical convergence of planets revolving around the sun. You should let the gravity of this center draw you near. So it's time to go with the flow, to let this, let something positive happen and enfold us. Okay? So this is positive because this is graciousness. This is something bringing us forward. Others are also drawn to this center, and among them you will find shared bonds and kindred spirits. So I'm thinking of our time here with Forrest and Lincoln last night. I'm thinking of our time that's approaching with our lunch with Eric, and with our time with Tracy and Mark. That's coming. All right, and other people that we love are going with us toward this center, toward this shared value. Okay. This tribal convergence will give you a clarity of purpose, and you will no longer be alone. Is that beautiful?
It is.
I think that fits very well. So this is the gathering together. So return is this healing energy, this healing from what's gone, and now together we come together to honor source and shared values, and create a tide of warmth and fealty and not really bonds, but just coming together and building our resources. Yeah, and reinforcing each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so thank you for sharing that with me. That was good reading for a full moon here. All right, so we're going to read Urantia. We are on paper 40, section 2, the ascending material sons. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
The material sons of God are created in the local universe, along with the Melchizedeks and their associates, who are all classified as descending sons.
Right.
And indeed, the planetary atoms, the material sons and daughters of the evolutionary worlds, are descending sons coming down to the inhabited worlds from their spheres of origin, the capitals of the local systems. When such an Adam and Eve are wholly successful in their joint planetary mission as biological uplifters, they share the destiny of the inhabitants of their world.
Mhm.
When such a world is settled in the advanced stages of light and life, this faithful material son and daughter are permitted to resign all planetary administrative duties, and after being thus liberated from the descending adventure, they are permitted to register themselves as perfected material sons in the records of the local universe. Likewise, when planetary assignment is long delayed, may the material sons of stationary status, the citizens of the local systems, withdraw from the activities of their status spheres and similarly register as perfected material sons.
Hmm.
After these formalities, such liberated Adams and Eves are credited as ascending sons of God and may immediately begin the long journey to Havona and paradise, starting at the exact point of their present status and spiritual attainment. And they make this journey in company with the mortal and other ascending sons, continuing until they have found God and have achieved the core of mortal finality in the eternal service of the paradise deities. So the ascending material sons.
Okay, so the material sons are Adams and Eves.
Mhm.
Okay, so they are sent
But
to.
they came here on a mission,
They came here on a
and
mission.
having fulfilled their mission, they become ascending material sons.
Yeah. Yes. It says that they may do that, or even if they don't have a planetary assignment because there's probably more material sons than there are planets for them to be assigned to, then
Hmm.
they can just say, okay, we're just going to skip that and just go ahead and.
Hmm.
But our material son and daughter defaulted here on us, so they are being rehabilitated,
Mhm.
so they are salvaged. They're going through missions to help them understand more about what was the important lessons about this
Mhm.
adventure that they embarked on.
Mhm.
Right. So in their mission when they come here is to uplift us biologically. So they're like come from they're the mother and father of a superior race of beings that are human and part divine. And then they have children and have progeny. This is what they're meant to do. They have a lot of children, and then their children go forth and bring that superior quality of their genome, their DNA,
Mhm.
to the human races, right?
Mhm.
And then so when they've merged their DNA with ours, then we are biologically better,
Mhm.
uh, stronger, more spiritually responsive, resistant to disease.
So does that make us both material and divine?
Well, this is a material gift. So this is our divinity comes more from what's choosing to follow our thought adjuster. That's the biggest thing. But these beings, see, and they're not fully divine themselves. They're just higher. They're just a superior race of beings, and they describe them as the violet race. That they're I don't know, more beautiful and more stronger and taller and more resilient and these things. Okay, because humans at this time are scruffy little mongrels, right? Trying to eke out
Mhm.
something in the bush, and they're scared of everything, and there's animals that are eating them, and they're, yeah. So really, so it's their job, the Adamic culture. Remember, this is post Lucifer. This is post Caligastia.
Mhm.
Everybody thinks the Adam and Eve stuff was first. No, it wasn't. Okay, but still, um, they were supposed to mate with us. So what happened was that some people got this because of the default. Some people got these superior genes,
Mhm.
and some people didn't. And the ones that did kind of lorded it over the ones that didn't.
Mm.
And so there you have all this these racial difficulties
Mhm.
coming forth.
Mm.
Okay,
Mhm.
and and a lot of violence erupted because of the the misjudgment, the poor choices of Adam and Eve. And I know Christina says that Eve's job or something. What does she say? Is to I don't know. We'll talk about it in here. Is to help coordinate the biological evolution or something, or the mating or something. I don't know of humans. Um, so all these problems with race, okay, and with eugenics and all of these ideas, that this would not be problems. This was not part of the original design. I guess that's really important for me to know that that's not God's will for us. But this was a mistake that was made. So by overcoming the consequences of this error, this mistake, that's how we grow through everything. That's part of one of the challenges and the rewards of being born into this world.
Mhm.
Do you understand? Do you have
Mhm.
any ideas about that? So anyway, yeah, these material sons, they're descend a little bit because a little bit they come from a higher place like Udentia or something, and then they descend here, and they have material bodies. I don't think they're born here like that, but they have material bodies that are superior. I mean, the original Adam and Eve, I don't think were born here, but their progeny, of course, was born here. The original Adam and Eve, once they've descended here onto this planet and spent some time helping us with our and teaching us, then they're and that's supposed to last a long time. That's supposed to be, up until the magisterial son comes. I mean, this is a God has a good plan laid out how we're cared for by these administrators that administer to specific needs like biological needs, like genetic, recreational needs, and then comes another um, person from God who helps us to uh, helps administer to our more advanced needs, and then as we grow here, like this. So it's a good plan,
Mhm.
but it got messed up here anyway. So these material sons then, when they're finished here and they've laid down their administrative duties, then they are full candidates of for ascension to be with God. And I expect that Adam and Eve will be candidates for or they are as ascending sons and daughters. They'll be able to be with God.
Even though they messed up here.
Well, you know what? I don't know that for sure. This is not my department to lay. They messed up here, but I do know that they are being rehabilitated. They've repented. They know the severity of this mistake. They're being taught about this now. When they've learned this, um, you know, I you know I don't think they'll be granted probably another assignment on another planet. I don't know. Well, I don't know that. I don't know those things, but I know that there are families still. They haven't been rejected by God.
Mhm.
So I wish the highest things for them,
Mhm.
the best things for them.
Mhm.
Okay, and of course, failure is the learning experience.
Right, that's true.
Embrace your failures.
Mhm.
What else can you do? So I don't begrudge them that, even though there's so much consequences. Look at because of their default has it's so much problems here in this world are traced back to that their default and to the Lucifer rebellion also.
Mhm.
So again, this is we have this opportunity to attend the highest college, right? This is the Harvard, or what is there a better school than Harvard now? Oxford, right? Cambridge
Mhm.
of yeah, this is the Cambridge of universities of human development, and I'm grateful to be here.
Mhm.
Well, we went long today, and you
We
stayed
did.
with me.
Well, first, I ching.
You did it I Ching with me. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That's all for today. Thank you very much for
Have a
being
great
here.
day.
Have a great day. Bye.